4 on the Michael K. Show.
WEPN-FM, New York.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And Max.
Zach Wilson takes the snap. Counter handoff. Up the middle goes Brees Hall. He's at the 30. At the 25-20. Right side 15. 10. 5. Touchdown. Brees Hall, who finds some Jet fans in the crowd and does a Jet slam bowling.
My field and on your first day.
There's Kayvon Thibodeau. Wow.
Thibodeau, the defensive lineman, came through.
But, they played the best when it counted the most, and Wink found up a couple good screens, and the players executed well in the fourth quarter.
Rooftop, Brooklyn, baby, they come.
And the Yankees win it. Garrett Cole, outstanding tonight. Harrison Bader hits another home run, his third of the series. We got a fifth and deciding game, my friend, tomorrow night.
I know, you just got to work. I gotta turn them off. No, you don't. You don't have to turn off Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. You got your boys with you in your pocket. You got a phone. Go to the ESPN app. Click on the app, lower right-hand corner. More. Click on that. Scroll down and listen live. Take us right in with you, right in your ears. On ESPN Radio, the app. We're everywhere. ESPNU. We're presented by Progressive Insurance. Good morning, guys.
What's up, y'all? So I was laughing this past week, laying in bed, and my phone starts ringing. It's my boy Ryan Poles, who's runs the Chicago Bears. I almost said Bulls. And he's laughing on the phone. I'm like, what's going on, RP? What's up? He's like, man, I swear I just met your boy Keyshawn. I swear he had no idea who the hell I was. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you Ryan Poles, he talking about you all the time.
Were you just in the box in Chicago?
He was like, I was downtown. He was like, I was downtown, going to Michigan Ave, looking to buy a winter coat. And I saw this tall guy, and I was like, oh, I think that's Key. I'm going to go say what's up. And he's like, I went over to say what's up, and Key just looked like he was like frazzled a little bit. Like there were a lot of people coming at him, and it kind of hit me with like the quick talk, like the quick Hollywood LA talk. And then he kept moving, and he was dying laughing about it.
I'm embarrassed.
I was waiting to come into work the whole week to talk to Key about this.
Yeah, I knew exactly who it is based on. I remember it like it was yesterday, right? It was the black gentleman, and he was dressed well and looked apart. Duke, he had a whole look to him.
Duke.
What was the look?
What was the look?
Well, he had like a V-neck, nice cashmere, thin V-neck type deal on, tucked in. He
tucked in the sweater?
He looked like he was professional.
He tucked the V-neck in the sweater?
Yeah, I think so. So I think it was tucked in. I think it might have been tucked, but he was nice. He didn't have no belly or nothing. He looked good, and he looked professional. So I was trying to keep it moving. I didn't want people to recognize me and start talking. I don't want to be talking to people. I just want to go to get my stuff.
Once you
get back
stop,
to the hotel.
This is the whole problem. Once you stop for Larry David would call it a stop and chat, like on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Once you do that, everyone's going to recognize you. Now, boom.
And if you
keep moving, you can get through it.
And if you get on Michigan Ave at all in Chicago, that's where all the stores are, and it's just people. It's like New York. It's like being in Times Square. So
I love you on that show.
I was just like, and I kept it moving.
It's T.O.
Like, oh, God.
Wow.
T.O.
because I get
T.O. don't look like this face.
But I get like, no,
he ain't gonna never look as good as me.
The point is, it's a receiver for they say it on TV.
Black
who I get?
Tall, get it.
I get Mike Greenberg. I used to get Jim Rome. I get Aaron. Rodgers is a whole thing. But
I have a tendency to not know if I don't deal with you on a daily basis. I don't know who you are.
Right.
I mean, I had the same incident that happened years ago. We were talking about years ago when I played.
You gotta hear this story, Max.
So I'm gonna make it real quick. I'm overseas, and I'll name drop a little bit. I'm at a restaurant hanging out, turns into a lounge, and Brad Pitt invites me over, whatever the case is. But he didn't tell me who he was with. He was like, "Oh, come hang out. We're doing the table. We got the whole deal." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." This was years ago, and there's a guy over there in the corner, and I didn't know who this guy was, and so I was chatting, being nice, chat up small conversation with this individual. "Hey, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm in the music business." "Oh, that's cool." "Oh, okay. Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Ireland." "Oh, cool. How long you been doing the business?" "A long time." I said, "Oh, that's cool, man. You got any hits or anything? You like, any of this?" And so at that point,
wait, didn't you say I could hook you up with someone?
No, it was more like, "Oh yeah, I know some people in the music business too. I don't really know much about it, but I do know people." And so at that point, I'm starting to talk. So Brad steps in. He goes, "Hey, you know who this is?" I go, he goes, "Bono." And he goes, "Have you ever heard of U2?" I'm like, "Yeah, U2, the guy with the glasses and the whole deal." It was him. So I'm like, you know, what do you? I don't listen to you two. I just know them, right? That's
Barack who? What? Barack
But
Obama? I don't know.
I know some people. I can hook you up with a pretty.
Yeah, if you want to get into politics.
I got my boy at the crib in Calabasas.
Yeah, I can
If
call
you
you
want to get
Dre
into
for you.
politics,
I'll call Dre for you and Snoop and see if they can hook you up. I had no idea. And then once I focused in, I'm like, oh damn. You know, because the most famous dude to me was Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
This was just
That's Brad
this
Pitt.
was some hanger-ons as far as I was concerned. This was his entourage. It happens, right?
Oh, that's a big one.
That's a big swing.
Like, if you had who's the biggest celebrity you didn't recognize that you were introduced to, Jay?
I've always recognized people. I just one time I was at a club and I didn't know it was Megan Good.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Kid. I know, but I didn't know who Megan Good was. I just didn't know who she was. So when my boy was like, he was dating her, Jared Lorenzo, I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, look, that's
So
me.
all I can do is say,
that's cool. Like I didn't know.
I would have known.
No way.
And then I started seeing pictures. You know, some like my boy's like, oh look, I'm like, oh.
I don't know who anyone is. And then if you see them out of context, they're in like, you know, if they're an athlete, they're not wearing a uniform and they're sitting down, so this height is all different. And unless it's like a handful of super famous guys, you might not recognize them.
Didn't know who Megan Good was. Okay.
It happened.
No,
I was out and about. I was not paying attention.
I can't. I'm just saying. You know who Megan Good is at that time of your life, man.
I was occupied.
Okay. Lies and more lies.
Exactly.
But Megan Good, Bono for me.
Right, it's not the same. That's not the same.
Not the same.
No, not the same.
You're aware of one and less aware of the other.
Absolutely aware of her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. You out in the club, it's dark. I go,
Nah, exactly.
Nah, you ain't so,
Yeah.
no.
But see, that just tell me.
Nah, because Yates ain't been out like this. Like, I Yates, we'll start going.
Like, I understand him, Key. Like, man, ain't y'all the people that had the album on every single phone when they dropped the album? Yeah, all right, you too. But, like, Megan Good, though, bro? We talking about Megan Good.
Nobody was rapping with Megan Good like we were talking for 30 minutes like he was talking to Bono.
Don't
You know what I mean?
matter. I'm
There's
sure
a table next to my boy.
Yeah, and the bad thing is this is at a time, though, Max, and I hate to burn this segment up, but this is at a time when the Gap thing came out, when he was doing the red thing. He had just launched it at that time.
He's in every
And
billboard.
Yeah, but I just, man, I told you I could be a tool sometimes.
Me too.
I don't know what it is, but I could be a real tool sometimes.
He comes in here, doesn't recognize Jay and me half the time.
Straight
We have to
up,
reintroduce
Bono,
ourselves.
Hey, Bono, my boys in Calabasas, they got studio time.
Yeah, if you need to sneak in there,
If you did this.
get you a discount, 80%, 20% off if you want to use the studio. Got an
His
engineer.
answers are cryptic though. Like, yeah, we've
But
been
I was trying to be nice.
It's been okay. You know when they don't give you the answers, like they're just generic about it. Yeah, we have a little band.
So, should we slip in a little sports?
Absolutely.
Robert Saleh said the win against the Packers doesn't mean anything. Listen to him.
I'll be honest. It doesn't mean anything. Just like a loss wouldn't have meant anything. I said it before. We got to start expecting stuff like this, and you don't. It is a big win, obviously, because any time you win in this league is big. But they're another opponent, another championship opportunity. We got to get ready to go next week.
That's Robert Saleh, head coach of the New York Jets, after their upset win against the Packers. Are you buying it?
I'm happy for them. Look, I've always maintained, and I'll continue to maintain, Joe Douglas has done a tremendous job of assembling some young talent. The young talent will eventually grow and it will pay off. I still am going to have my reservations about the young quarterback. And look, as long as the defense and Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner are doing the things that they're paid to do, and that offense is Breece Hall is running the way that he is, oh my God, they got a shot. And they're young receivers, and Corey Davis is still young. Corey Davis is not old, but he's starting to show you, okay, maybe he was somewhat worth the money in free agency. And then obviously Garrett Wilson is coming along. So I think they have an opportunity, a chance. Now look, let me see them against the Bills. Let me see them against New England Patriots. Let me see them against the Miami Dolphins again. And let me start to judge based on those sort of things.
All things considered, 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. We should take some calls on this. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Which New York team had the best day yesterday? Was it the Yankees, Giants, Jets, or Buffalo Bills? Which New York team had the best day yesterday? At 888-SAY-ESPN. Jay, I understand that
Yankees.
we normally... I would say Yankees because of what was at stake.
That's why. That's
Right,
why I
because they're
was-
the playoffs.
yeah.
But then again, for
because
the,
they can be with us.
then again for the Giants, to like as a Giants fan, I can tell you it felt big yesterday.
Yeah,
It felt real
really big.
yesterday. Yeah.
It felt,
And
like
the
it
Jets,
felt like the game versus the win versus the Packers wasn't just like
let me see you do it again
Yes,
against someone.
they
So
proved it.
they came back from London, they beat Rodgers, and then they beat Lamar Jackson with the chips on the line for, at the end of the game. They beat him, with a defensive play. So and the Jets fan could be sitting there going, hold on, time out, everybody. We're second seed in the AFC.
No, it is, but the reason
The
I
Bills
say
don't
the
pass the
Yankees,
Chiefs.
but the reason I say the Yankees is because it's elimination.
Higher stakes.
So it's higher
Higher
stakes.
stakes, whatever.
Like the Jets can afford to lose, the Bills can afford to lose, the Giants can afford to
But the
lose.
Yankees could
the
turn around.
season is continue to go.
But if the Yankees turn around and lose tonight, what was it for, right? So
Well, you extend your season. What do you mean? What was it for?
what do you think? 888-SAY ESPN. We always have Key's observations on this show. Jan, I understand that you may have some
I
observations.
do. This is
today.
what's great about this show. I was going for a week, and if anybody pays attention to our text chain, which you guys
I
can't
don't think
because
they
it's our
pay
text
attention
chain.
to our
Yes,
text chain.
I clarified. There's a lot
I
of.
hope no one's paying attention to our
There's
text
a
chain.
lot
Are
of
you
back, there's a lot of
screenshotting
back
and
and
sending
forth.
it out,
I'm gonna
Jay?
start
Some
tweeting
Russian
it.
hackers maybe, or someone, I don't.
There's a lot of trash talking. Key jabbing me, and I'm jabbing Key back and forth.
No jabs.
This is our brotherly relationship.
No
so
brother.
I figured, I'm forcing myself to be your brother. And this is what's happening here. So this is a friendly jab for me because I love when stuff like this happens. Let's go through Jay's observations, and they're all about the big brother.
Jay's
Key.
at your neck,
They're
Key.
all about the big brother Key. First off, USC falls to Utah. My man Key went to Utah to go see the game. Traveled to go see the
Didn't
game.
sleep, nothing.
Didn't sleep, nothing. Can we play some sound from that game, that loss? Let's play some sound.
Going for two, down by one. Snap rising. Look, surveys. Cam scrambles. Cam to the end zone. He's in! He's in! The 2-point conversion is good! And Utah leads it with 48 seconds to play.
Oh, that's Cameron Rising from Utah going for the 2-point conversion. We have the sound from Bill Riley from Learfield. That sound is so great. So just imagine this. Just imagine this. Key is at a bar in Utah. They're not even really serving him the drink capacity he would want to be served. We all know this. They're giving him little side shots with the drink on the side. And while he's there, watching his USC team lose, then all of a sudden, the same team that beat my Mets closed out his Dodgers. Can we listen to some sound from Key's Dodgers losing while in Utah watching this happen?
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And it is over. The San Diego Padres have knocked out the Los Angeles Dodgers, and they're headed to the National League Championship Series. And the celebration has started as they jump up and down in the grass and back in the pitcher's mound. The Padres win.
I mean, it's so miserable. It's hilarious. It makes me
Key's
so
face when
happy.
he hears the sound. Puts him right back in the moment.
Oh, just the look on all everybody's faces, and all just Key calling my Mets the little brother, and we're number one. We're 20 games above everybody. We'll be fine. And then it gets even better. It was only 2 weeks ago, right before I left, before my daughter was born. Key was like, guys, I just feel like Green Bay's gonna go undefeated the rest of the season. And as soon as Key said that, they've lost 2 games to New York teams, the Giants and the
He
Jets.
meant unundefeated.
Unundefeated.
They've gone unundefeated.